Chapter 1. How to Organize Your Desk. In the scope of a happy life, a messy desk or an overstuffed coat closet is a trivial thing. Yet I find, and I hear from other people that they agree, that getting rid of clutter gives a disproportionate boost to happiness. Gretchen Rubin, New York Times bestselling author. If your office is a house, then I believe your desk is the important foundation of the house. When people struggle with being efficient and effective, I see that often they are struggling because their desks are not organized in a way designed to help them be more productive and operative. Did you know that what your desk looks like can also affect how other people perceive you? According to an office team survey, 83% of human resource managers said that the appearance of a person's workplace affects their perception of that individual's professionalism. Is that fair? Certainly not. Is it true? I believe it is. So help has arrived. I want to give you some ideas about your desk that may help you organize your desk and maybe bring some sanity to your workday. Idea number 1. Welcome to the desk zone. Take a careful look at the zones in your office. What do I mean by zones? I want you to imagine looking down at your office area and drawing 3 circles. The first circle is Zone A. This is where everything is within your arm's reach while sitting in your chair at your desk. The Zone B circle encompasses that area that requires you to roll your chair a few feet away from your desk in order to reach something. Then you have the Zone C circle, which is the outer area where you have to get up out of your chair and walk to get something you need. Here is the problem. Most people never really analyze what items should be in Zones A, B, or C. The zones just happen by accident. So you may have something you use all the time, yet still have to get up out of your chair to retrieve it. On the other hand, you may have something you rarely use, and it's within arm's length. This consumes a lot of time and tends to be frustrating, unless you are intentionally seeking exercise during the workday. Idea number 2. Zone defense. Decide what items should be placed in Zone A. I obviously don't know what you do for a living, but I'm going to guess that there are certain things that should definitely be in your Zone A so that they are literally at your fingertips. 1. Computer. 2. Monitor. 3. Printer. 4. Something to write on. 5. Something to write with. 6. Supplies such as staplers, paper clips, etc. 7. Wastebasket. The problem is that some people have items in Zone A that they hardly ever use, and some people have items in Zone C that they use all the time. So take some time to analyze which items you use all the time, every hour, every few hours, or every day, and position those items in Zone A. Then decide which items should be in Zone B and which items should be moved to Zone C. I used to work for a company that had a misplaced printer. Every time I needed to print a document, I had to walk down a long hallway, which was about half as long as a football field. This was a tremendous waste of time and very inefficient. I had to walk back and forth all day long collecting things that I printed from my printer. Idea number 3. Clutter audit. Take an hour while sitting at your desk to decide what items are absolutely non-essential, unnecessary for you to do your job effectively. I find that once people have been in an organization for a long time, they end up with a large collection of mementos and knickknacks on their desk, making it cluttered and hard to find things. For example, do you really need the stress ball you brought back to the office from the trade show 5 years ago? Evaluate and eliminate all clutter that you have on top of your desk, keeping only a few family photos. Also, look closely into the contents of each drawer of your desk and any other furniture, such as bookshelves, credenzas, and filing cabinets. One of the challenges of getting and staying organized is having too many things. One of the secrets of getting organized is to have less things to keep track of, file, and sort. If you haven't used it in the past 6 months, unless it is important to keep for legal reasons such as an important file, toss it, recycle it, or give it away. This includes getting rid of all the extra pens and pencils that have been in a cup on your desk for the last decade. including many that no longer even write. Chances are, there's only one kind of pen you like to use anyway. In my family, I only use a certain kind of writing pen, and the same is true for my husband. We decided to toss all the other pens because they were never going to be used. They just took up space and got in the way. The same is true of your desk and cluttering up your space. If it is not a pen that will be used, toss, toss, toss. Idea number 4. Stuff needs a spot. Have a spot to keep your personal stuff. Everyone comes to work with things they need to put somewhere. A woman has a purse she needs to put away somewhere, and perhaps a briefcase as well. A man has a briefcase and perhaps another item. So every morning, where do you put your car keys? Your employee badge if you don't wear it around your neck or a lanyard? Your cell phone or your headset? The idea is to have a place where stuff goes every time you enter your work area. In our home, my husband has a little decorative box that sits inside the entryway door on a side table. There he places his wallet, keys, cell phone, and headset all in the box. Trust me, this simple technique will save you hours of time searching for something because you don't remember where you put it. The same is true for at work. Having a consistent spot for your stuff is extremely helpful. You should have a desk drawer, a storage tower, a credenza, or a storage closet to store your purse, hang your jacket, and keep any personal items secure and out of sight. Have a set spot where you can always put your stuff. Idea number 5. Traffic cop your desk. Come up with a traffic pattern for your desk. Documents appear continuously on your desk in physical form, possibly including the mail, invoices for approval, faxes, and hundreds of other kinds of work-related papers that end up in your in-basket or inbox. Most people have an in-basket, but here's the problem. They don't have a now-due basket. They have not made a determination as to what order things should go in as they go through the process of being worked on. So, for example, let's say an invoice arrives in a person's basket for approval. Many people will take the invoice out of the basket, review it, sign off on it, and then lay it down on their desk. They don't immediately put the invoice into their out basket. To keep the traffic moving along and head off any traffic jams when something comes across your desk, take time to analyze where it came from, how it will be worked on, and where it goes. Think of it like an automobile factory production line. The cars come in, and at each station, something is added before they go out and leave the factory. What is the flow of incoming paperwork to your desk to when it is outgoing from your desk? Additionally, only touch a document once in the process. Many people pick something up, look at it, put it down, and then look at it again later. They will touch the same document 12 times. What a waste of time. Pick it up, take care of your part in the process, then send it to the next step. Make a strong effort to touch things only once. Idea number 6. To file or not to file. There are 2 kinds of files: reference files and active or working files. Reference files have topic relevant information, such as for tax or other documentation purposes that may need to be referenced at a later time. These files should be stored somewhere convenient, but not necessarily nearby in your office. Active files are constantly being accessed and are in the highly active mode, meaning that they are being touched daily. An important note: active files should be stored in a file drawer close to your chair on the left or right. I don't think standing files on your desk is a good idea. Keep your desk space open for working and writing. Place active files in drawers near you. This way, when you need them, you can grab them quickly. Then, when the action is complete, you can put them back. As an aside, I highly recommend against using those awful, evil hanging files. They are very troublesome. They hang up and snag everything, including pantyhose. Documents fall out of them all the time, and it is very easy to misfile something. I recommend file jackets, or as some people call them, expandable pocket files. They come in many sizes and are, of course, expandable, so you can insert several file folders in one file jacket. Nothing falls out. If you are going on business trip or to a meeting, you can grab the file and put it right in your briefcase. I love them. Idea number 7. Tame the wire rodeo. I have seen many desks with tons of wires all over that look like the roots of a bunch of trees in the jungle. Set aside about an hour and practice what I call wire management. Take all of the wires lying on your desk and using tools such as Velcro strips and other wire organizing devices, gather the wires together and place them under or behind your desk so that they don't take up desktop room and add to the clutter. Kill the clutter. Idea number 8. On a clear day, I can see my desktop. Maintain a clear working area. I've often visited people in their offices and have noticed their huge desks, which are wonderful and quite impressive. The only problem? They don't have any clear working area on their desks. Make sure that on your desk there is a fairly large, dedicated space that is empty. This area is for writing notes on a legal pad or electronic device, opening and sorting through files and mail, prioritizing and sifting through various paperwork. You need a clean, open space in order to do that effectively and efficiently. Idea number 9. Clean it like you mean it. Schedule a cleaning time each day. At the end of each day, right before you leave work, take 15 minutes to clean off your desk. This helps you be more productive when you come in the next morning to a clean desktop where everything is organized. At the end of the day, write a task list for the next day. This way, when you come to work the next day, you know what you need to do. If you are pressed for time and have to leave work quickly, the next day, take the first 15 minutes and write your to-do list. Idea number 10. Eliminate the piles and replace them with files. I have noticed that many people love to have piles on their desks. The problem with piles is that it is harder to find important papers that aren't labeled or organized. To go through 4 piles in order to find something is a waste of time. I've also noticed that things tend to get lost in piles. The solution for piles is to organize the papers and then place them in file jackets or pocket files as mentioned previously. Label the materials according to topic, and then place them in the appropriate active or reference files. Idea number 11. Do your drawers. Place organizing trays inside your desk drawers. The problem with drawers is that many don't have any inherent organization. At home, imagine throwing all your silverware into one big drawer. It would be difficult for the family because they would have to sort through all the forks, knives, and spoons to find what they needed. Likewise, invest in some drawer organizers so that when you open the drawer, the items in the drawer are categorized by section. Maybe one section contains paper clips, another pencils, another staples or tape, or even loose change. This will do 2 things. 1, it will be easier to find what you are looking for. And 2, it will save you time by knowing when a certain item needs to be reordered. Get the right tools for your desk to be organized. Idea number 12. Up against the wall. If you work in an office or are assigned to a cube, you have wall space that's available. You may want to consider hanging some items on the wall in order to save actual space on your desktop. For example, a certain file could be hung on the wall in order to save space. A desk light could possibly be mounted on the wall to save space. Consider items that could be mounted on the wall to save valuable desk real estate for the things that truly matter and use the wall space more effectively. Idea number 13. Take the elevator to the bottom floor. Think about the space that often gets ignored, the space under your desk. Sometimes the space under your desk can be used for things like boxes of copy paper, supplies, and anything that would normally take up a lot of room on your desk, but may actually be more logical to store under your desk. RDQT. You don't have to have just work-related items in your desk. Find a drawer to keep personal items that make your day at the office more comfortable. Perhaps you get chapped lips in the winter. If so, find a place for chapstick. If your hands are dry, find a spot for your favorite hand lotion. If you like to brush your teeth after lunch, keep toothpaste and your toothbrush in a drawer, along with a small bottle of cologne, a sewing kit, and perhaps a small stain remover stick. I'm not saying you have to have your whole cosmetics cabinet in your desk, just some necessities. Your office should be organized without eliminating your personality or comfort. Rachael Doyle quick tip. Idea number 14. Scan it. Use technology when it makes your desk more efficient. People have been saying for decades that we have come to a paperless era, yet we still see so much paper. Use imaging equipment in an office to scan, or if you work at home, use your desktop scanner to store paperwork electronically in your computer. I actually think we will still need paper files, but scanning documents and storing them in your computer or in the cloud as a backup is wise. After all, you always need a backup or a plan B. Idea number 15. Clean slate. When you get ready to clean, you don't want to have to search all over the office for cleaning supplies. Although there is probably a cleaning service if you work in a business environment, it is a good idea to have a few cleaning supplies available, such as a roll of paper towels, whatever you use to clean your desktop, glass or wood cleaner, and some disinfecting wipes. This allows you to clean your desk very quickly without taking a lot of time looking for what you need. Idea number 16. Don't make your desk sticky. Many people are fond of the small sticky notes that they put on their desks and computers to remind them of things. These notes create a lot of clutter, and I've noticed that often the notes hang around for a long time after they had been useful. So instead, use an online technology like Evernote, or your cell phone, or your Google Calendar, or many other pieces of technology to put reminder notes to yourself on without cluttering up your desk. If you must use sticky notes, use only a few for urgent matters. Use an electronic calendar program like Google Calendar, Outlook, or other technology that has the ability to give you pop-up reminders. Idea number 17. Picture this. Keep photographs and other keepsakes off your desk. They take up valuable real estate. Instead, hang them on the walls or on bookshelves that are in your office or on a credenza behind your desk. In my opinion, people put too many personal things on their desk, which makes their desk look junky, which then makes them look less professional. Resources. The following are a few ideas for resources that may help you keep your desk more organized. Local office supply store. Every now and then, take time to look at all of the products at your local office supply store to see what is available to help you organize your desk. Or visit the websites of some of the big office supply companies to see what they're showing in terms of office and desk storage. This review of products will give you ideas about how to organize your desk even better and tailor your desk to your needs. Pinterest. Go to Pinterest.com and search the term organized desks to see all of the great pictures of people's organized desks. This will help motivate and inspire you and give you additional ideas about how you can organize your desk. Houzz. Houzz is a website dedicated to showing ideas for home and office design. You can search terms like desk or office and literally see hundreds of ideas on how to style and organize a desk. Those are some ideas about how to organize your desk. I promise it's not difficult and is not incredibly time-consuming. It is just a matter of deciding to make your desk more effective and efficient. And believe me, once it's done, you will feel very good about it. Organize Your Business. Organize Your Life. Written by Rachael Doyle. Narrated by Elise Smith.